Vyombo vya habari humuita bingwa wa nyakati zote Eliud Kipchoge, mwanariadha wa marathon aliyepiku viwango vya kawaida, hasa baada ya kuvunja rekodi ya dunia mjini Vienna mwaka 2014. Alikuwa mwanadamu wa kwanza kukimbia kilomita 1 kwa kasi ya dakika 2 na sekunde 50. Mnamo mwaka 2021 alishinda medali ya pili ya dhahabu katika mashindano ya Olimpiki. Eliud aliye na miaka 37 ana ndoto ya kushinda mataji mengine 6 ulimwenguni. Je, ni kina nani wanaomzingira nyota huyu wa ulimwengu? Je, anapata wapi msukumo unaomjenga kiakili? DW ilifunga safari hadi shambani kwake karibu na Eldoret, Kenya, kwa mahojiano maalum ya moja kwa moja na Eliud Kipchoge.
It's a very big farm. It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
You don't plan on retiring soon, do you?
No.
Yeah?
No, but not yet. But all in all, I'll retire. So.
We all will eventually.
Yes.
Yeah. But you won't stop running, I'm guessing. Maybe not competing, but
I will not stop running.
yeah.
Yes.
How many years has it been now?
It's 18 years
18
now.
years. This is the 18th year.
Yeah.
When you see everything that you've accomplished, surely you must feel very proud of yourself.
Yes, I am proud of myself. I am proud of those who are actually in my surrounding. That without them, actually, I couldn't be here now.
Yeah, that's actually what I want us to talk about, the people who are around you and how you're able to keep a very strong mind despite all the challenges. So is it okay if we go sit in your barn? I saw some haystacks. Today we are going to take you back to earth and put you on haystacks.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, let's go. Athletes in particular endure a lot of stress and pressure. They have mental challenges which they sometimes don't talk to people about. Here in our country last year, 3 great athletes unfortunately losing their lives. How would you assess the state of sportsmen and women, their mental health, particularly in Kenya right now?
I think actually the stress with sportsmen and women actually is increasing, and it's unfortunate. But it's as a result of living or being surrounded by negative people.
Have you ever found yourself in that situation where you were experiencing these high levels of stress? And if so, how did you deal with it?
I have been surrounded for the last 18 years with the positive people, both actually in sport and outside the sport. So I think I'm a lucky one. I've been actually following the right values and having a value actually myself, which which I can't live without it. I have things which I can die with those things.
What are these values that you say, you know, they're so important to you that you actually can't live without them?
The value actually of integrity. In sport, what I mean by integrity is courage to go to the next mile, courage to face anything in your life, the value of the family, the value of self-discipline, the value of consistency. So I can live without those values, then there is no Eliud.
So who are these people that you've surrounded yourself with, who you say, you know, they're the ones who hold you together when things are a bit shaky?
Oh, I'm surrounded by my coach, Patrick Sang. I'm getting all the values, I'm getting what's needed from him as far as even living is concerned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you tell me maybe some of the key points that he's taught you over the years? I mean, you've been with him a long time.
Yes. Yeah. The first point is trusting myself, treating myself as the best one, living an honest life. Those are 3 points actually which he told me when I was still young.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to understand how you manage to control your emotions so well. Because you said in previous interviews that discipline is one of the ways to do that. Is this the only way? Because you're very tempered.
I understand life. You know, in this world that you need to understand life. And anything comes in your way in a negative way, you need to understand. Because they say where there is life, then there is a challenge.
So how do you deal with some of these challenges, or how have you dealt with them in the past? Because, you know, athletes get injured all the time physically, and I can imagine that causes a lot of pressure. Losing a run, that doesn't feel nice. Not having a good training day, maybe you're just feeling off. Yeah,
Those, all of them are challenges. If you don't have, if you don't feel after basic training today, then tomorrow is a day. But it's good to have the worst training in that day, but finish the training, which can keep I can keep myself actually my mind calm, because even if the training was really painful, but I finished.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And how would you advise, these young professionals? I'm sure you run with them here all the time. They must see you on the streets and want to give you a high five and want to get your autograph. How do you advise them to face the challenges of today? Because young people are grappling with a lot.
You need to show that you are a real professional. To be a professional is just, you build your career, you respect your professionalism, you work actually and respect your ethics of your professionalism. So it's somebody who is actually a value-oriented person. It's easy to manage. It's easy to instill anything you want to instill in a positive way, but you cannot instill anything negative because it's a value, he or she is a value-oriented man or woman. You cannot actually sway him or her in a negative way.
Yeah. I really love that you keep coming back to this whole idea of values, and I think I'm finally getting it, that if you stand for something, then it's hard for people to put their own evils in you, in a sense. When you think about your future at the moment, because you're a man who's accomplished everything in your career at this point, what do you visualize?
I think I am visualizing that I need to make our country a running country and the whole world a running world. Before call it tough actually in sport, and I'm still hungry to perform, to inspire the next generation and tell the young people that actually if you say yes in your heart and transfer to your mind and say it in your mouth, then you can perform. It's not about sport. That's about any other profession that we need people actually to respect their professions. We need people to invest in themselves and invest in their families, their friends, their neighbors. That's what it's in my bucket list.
Yeah. That's a very busy bucket list. So how do you plan on making us a running nation or a running world? Because it's one thing to be inspired by you, but it's another thing to wake up in the morning and run yourself.
I'm trying to tell people that before you do anything, even spare your 30 minutes and run.
What about these journalists who are behind us who are saying earlier that they don't have time? It's too busy, the schedule. What do you say to that?
There is nobody who is busy in this world. There is no responsibilities in this world. There is a responsibility, but no responsibilities. There is time for everything.
You just need to make time for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And stick with the time.